ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। गौरसर्चत्रामितनिधि गौरं सर्वं स्तुवे गौरेण प्रथितं रस्य भजनं गौरं सर्वं ददे। गौरस्ते रात्रिकृपालो गौरस्य भृत्य स्वभावां गौर गौरमचरामि भगवान् गौर प्रभु रक्ष माम्। नित्यानन्दं नमस्तुभ्यं प्रेमानन्दप्रदायिने कलोकल्मषनाशाय श्रीजान्वपतये नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। भक्त्या विहीनाय अपराधलक्षै क्षिप्तस्य कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि तं शरणं प्रपन्न वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। All together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My humble obeisances to the divine lotus feet of my Guru Maharaj, Nitla Vishnu Om Vishnu Parastota Shad, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, and similarly to my Shiksha Gurudevs, Nitla Vishnu Om Vishnu Parastota Shad, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and Nitla Vishnu Om Vishnu Par Bhakti Vigyan Srila Bharti Goswami Maharaj. My humble obeisances to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Ṭhākura Prabhupada and all his prominent associates, to Sri Sachinandan Gaur Hari and all his associates, and especially today, Sri Locana Ṭhākura, whose disappearance day observing all over the world, and to Sri Radha Madhavji and their associates, to all assembled devotees, Vaishnava and Vaishnavis, headed by senior disciples of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev. Please accept my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna. So, like every year, I always used to come on the appearance day of Srila Gurudev, celebrating 1 week Guru Saptaha. There is called Bhagavad Saptaha. We hear and speak Srimad Bhagavatam. In every Jan or Feb, nearly Feb, we observe Sri Gurudev's glorifications. and we starting on this day, the disappearance day of Sri Locana Ṭhākura, one of the prominent associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We are going to be hearing every evening some glories of Srila Gurudev, Acharyas, Mahaprabhu, and the contributions of Srila Gurudev, his memories, his glories, all that. And as per the trend, I'm going to ask some senior devotees to contribute in that, because Eka ki amar nahi paibal Hari Nama Sankirtane. Alone is very difficult for me. I need support, I need help of my seniors who have more realizations and who have served Srila Gurudev more than me. So it's always encouraging and inspiring to hear from senior devotees. Before I request Gopa Prabhu to begin this session, always auspicious, from the lotus lips of senior devotees, the senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev. I offer my obeisances to a dear disciple of Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev, who recently left his body, Shri Rupa Manohar Prabhu, who was always very joyful and used to dance a lot in the kirtan and very excited to even lead kirtans. Remembering him because I think he was also scheduled to come here for this festival too. And in my last visit, he was here and he spoke some of his memories with his Gurudev and some Hari Katha. But he always keeping himself very humble, saying, I was fool, I didn't understood Srila Prabhupada well and all that. Keeping always a very humble mood, as this is the etiquette of devotees. And then he told me, when are you going to come next? I say, I'm always come. The appearance day of Srila Gurudev means January. I was already pre-decided that. And then he said, okay, then I will come too. So I was kind of looking forward to see him this visit, but I saw on Facebook the sad news that he has left all of us to join somewhere our acharyas, the house of a devotee, and begins his Krishna consciousness and serving the mission of Srila Gurudev and Mahaprabhu. So offering our humble obeisances to Shri Rupa Manohar Prabhu. Rupa Manohar Prabhu ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Okay, so Gopal Prabhuji, please begin this festival with your auspicious words. Hare Krishna. Please sit in the chair.
No, just stand for
Okay.
Thank you. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jutta Padakamam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha. So our Srila Prabhupada, he made a very strong statement about Sadhu Sangha. After all, this is why we're here tonight, to celebrate the association of Vaishnavas, and especially the most advanced Vaishnavas amongst us who have gone before us. So Prabhupada, I told some story recently, some of you may remember, that I and many others were at a large pandal type gathering, maybe Hyderabad, some central Indian city, can't remember, too long, in the 70s. But in any case, in that gathering, Prabhupada was thronged with people. He couldn't even get off the stage to walk to where his car was because people were throwing themselves at him from a large distance, like heaving themselves over 10 other people just to get a little touch of Prabhupada's feet. So in the midst of it all, it was actually quite dangerous, to be quite frank. And I was up there in the front, along with a number of others, trying to protect Prabhupada from physical bodily harm. And he turned to some of us and he said, "They don't understand. My mercy is not in my feet. My mercy is in my instructions." Prabhupada was very strong on Vani, because he said at the end of Chaitanya Charitamrita, he closes his purports with what he calls ending words, I think, or last words. And he says there that Vani means instructions, is so much more important than Vapu, means physical presence. Why? because Vani stays forever, and Vapu may come and it may go. So Prabhupada also told us that Vaishnava means like to be a postman, like to be a letter deliverer. He's not looking to glorify himself. He's not looking to be the center of attention, to be glorified or put on a pedestal by others. Rather, he is looking that we will respect what he has given, the letter that he has come and put in our hands or in our mailbox. It is that substance that is the most important thing by far in Sadhu Sangha. Krishna Bhakti Ras. Krishna Bhakti Janma Mula Hai Sadhu Sangha. Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Prem Janme Teno Puna Mukhya Anga. This means that this Sadhu Sangha is the foundation of everything we will do in bhakti. It doesn't, chanting, where did we get the mantra? Coming to gatherings like this, who began to sponsor gatherings like this? Always the sadhus are in the forefront, introducing us to every other aspect of bhakti. So Krishna Bhakti Janma. Where is Krishna Bhakti born? Where does it come from? Its original seed source. Mula Hai. That mula, that root. Hai Sadhu Sangha. That root of all bhakti is the sadhus. Krishna Prem. And when a person has reached the higher stages of bhakti, actual love, that janma, that also has a birth. That also is born in Sadhu Sangha. Beginning bhakti and very advanced bhakti. At every single stage of bhakti, there is one solution, Sadhu Sangha. So these are the words of our acharyas, of course. And how do we know we're in Sadhu Sangha? Well, I know, I was in the same room. Didn't you see him there? Didn't you see me there? I was there in the same room with the sadhu. That's not Sadhu Sangha. Prabhupada gave the example of a mosquito being in the same room as a pure devotee. How much is that mosquito getting? Sadhu Sangha means to put ourselves under the influence of the Vaishnavas, to let them come and take our lives with them. Many of us remember when Gurudev first came. I was introducing him to a friend, and I'm sure a lot of you had the same experience. And Gurudev just opened his pocket and said, I have it right here in my pocket, and walked away nonchalantly. So the sadhus are sponsoring everything for us. But how do we know we're really in their sangha, really in their association? And we know by the symptoms, by the effects, by the impact, all throughout Shastra. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena seva upadekshanti te jnanam. Upadekshanti. You know if you're in the association of sadhu, if you're having upadeksha. Eksha means your eyes. Upa means they're getting wide, they're getting big, like Jagannath's eyes. They're getting amazed. Wow. They're having aha moments and inner experiences. When our eyes are showing those inner experiences, when we're having actual realization and moods coming into our hearts, that tells us that we're in Sadhu Sangha. Otherwise, being in the same room is not. There's some Sangha there, but more like Sukriti. Real Sadhu Sangha is what I'm describing. So everyone here knows, I think everyone here knows what Anishtita Bhakti is. Anishtita Bhakti means that there are 6 symptoms. First of all, utsahamai. We will think, I am such a devotee, I'm getting sadhu sangha, I'm doing everything right. And then the next day we'll wonder, maybe I don't want to chant much today. This is called utsahamai, to be at a festival one day and to be at a crash pad the next day. Utsaha. To be filled with enthusiasm that's not real enthusiasm, it's novelty. Utsamai ganatarla. Similar, when your bhakti is on and off, like hot and cold water, like thick and thin fluid. Ganatarla, backwards and forwards. Vyuddha vikalpa. When we make vows that we think will help us in bhakti, but they're so far over our heads we can't keep them. Vishaya taranga, when our senses are getting the best of us. Our senses are stronger than our desire to control them. And this is true always. Our senses, Maya, is always stronger than we are. Therefore, Krishna says, without a higher taste, without something coming from above and landing in our hearts, we will never be able to overcome sense gratification. Vishaya taranga. The senses are too strong. Niyama akshama. We don't follow rules and regulations that are there. They're not rules and regulations as an awkward term. Let's just call them the principles of bhakti. Chanting Hare Krishna is a rule and regulation. But when we say rules and regulation, it doesn't mean some kind of strict list of things that we put our nose to the grindstone and have to do. Otherwise, we're sent to hell for eternity. It means to take up the things that are anukul in bhakti, that inspire our bhakti, and to stay away from the things that are pratikul, that drag down our bhakti. And then finally, Vishaya Taranga. Vishaya Taranga means, Taranga Rangani means that you get so high on the accolades of, like here I am sitting here speaking. Wow, how cool. At least how many? 50 people are listening to me. This is so cool. It's a pitfall for all devotees. To think that I'm the center of attention, or that I have some special bhakti, or that I am bigger and better than the rest. Vishaya Taranga, the accolades that come with bhakti.
I'm sitting on seat. Everyone's looking at me. I'm the only one getting garland, you see.
I only get looked at for 3 minutes until they give the microphone to you.
No.
I know, it's hard. So, when these things, which are anishtita bhakti, it means they are stopping our bhakti. The 6 things I just mentioned are mentioned by Vishwanath Chakravarti Ṭhākura as those things that will come in and slit the jugular vein of Krishna bhakti. They will stop Krishna bhakti on a dime. So how do we get rid of those? We're having sadhu sangha. This is the primary method. How do we know we're having sadhu sangha? When these results are being achieved. When the 6 things I just mentioned are going away and we don't experience them anymore. So we should all have a weather vane for our bhakti. Bhakti parishanu bhavo virakater. Prabhupada said this is the Srimad Bhagavatam test for success. That you'll have the experiences of bhakti. You will increase your bhakti, increase your sadhana, and parishanu bhava. You'll have those experiences in your heart. And what will be the telltale, most visible result you will renunciation. The things that you were attached to yesterday will evaporate in a cloud of smoke, and you'll wonder, what on earth was that I worked for the last 50 years to transcend, to get rid of? It'll just gone. Why? Because bhakti is coming, sadhana is increasing, and parishanubhava. The experiences are grabbing our heart. So these are the things that should come from sadhu sangha. Then renunciation will be obvious. People say, how can you live like that without any TV? How can you live like that without any, how can you live without scrolling on your gizmo 24/7? How can you do that? I mean, it is the biggest addiction in the world right now. And many of us in this room have it. But how can you live without that? Oh, I don't even think about it. That's a devotee. I don't even think about it for a second, because the bhakti is coming, the parishanubhava is coming. Then the virakta, the renunciation, is an automatic and necessary result. So this all comes on the heels of sadhu sangha, which was my talk.
No, when you mentioned about Tarangarangani, you're saying 50 people watching, looking at me. I'm the speaker. That's why I said I'm on a seat. Everyone's watching at me. I'm a garland. So it's Tarangarangani.
I'm getting recognition. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. That inspired me. I got a subject to speak on, along with Shilochan Das Ṭhākura. So let's first hear some glories of Shilochan Ṭhākura. Shri Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kari Swaparsha Swadham Sahavatari Atyant Durlabh Prem Kori Varedan Shikhao Sharanagati Bhakater Prad. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being combined form of Shri Radha Krishna, he descended on this material planet with all his associates for a very specific, a particular reason, Jive Daya Kari, to give his mercy and compassion to the fallen jivas like us, but not alone. Swaparsha Swadham Sahavatari. He came with his associates and his dham, Shri Navdeep Dham, which forgive all offenses. So just like Mahaprabhu is very compassionate and merciful, his associates are equally compassionate and merciful. And amongst his associates, Shilochan Das Ṭhākura, whose bhajans we sing, we chant from our songbooks, glorifying Shri Nityananda Prabhu. Just a small account of life history of Shilochan Ṭhākura. Born very near and close to Shri Navdeep Mayapur Dham, Shilochan Ṭhākura, when he was very young, he got married. That was a trend 500 years back, especially in remote areas, in villages. The marriage takes place at the age of 6 and 7. So Lochan Ṭhākura got married at the age of 7, and then after wedding, the girl go back to her own house, being raised by parents until she becomes adult. And then the boy is to go back and bring her, to go to her house and bring her back, and then they stay together. But marriage takes place in a young age. That was a trend. Even Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur got married at a very young age. Yeah. So, when Lochan Ṭhākura got married in that young age, later on, he started exhibiting this, symptoms of renunciation, being always absorbed in chanting and always absorbed in hearing and reading. Seeing that renunciation, the parents got little worried that this boy is already married, and if he's showing those symptoms of renunciation, what if he will not interested in future to get his wife back from her village? So they approach his spiritual master, Shri Narhari Sarkar. Please help our child. He's under your guidance. You are his spiritual master. His family life will be ruined. Please instruct him to get his wife back. So at that moment, Lochan Ṭhākura was in teen age. So on the request of the parents, Shri Lochan Ṭhākura, on the request of the parents, Shri Narhari Sarkar, he gave instructions to Lochan Ṭhākura. Go and get your wife back. Sometimes we think the instruction of Shri Guru to follow literally as it is. Agya Guru Haya Avicharniya. Follow the instruction of Shri Guru as it is, which is true, and we are supposed to. But we also have to understand what are the pros and cons and details in those instructions. Not just literally the words itself is enough, but to understand the mood behind the instructions is more important. And many times, transgressing the order of Shri Guru is high class bhakti. Transgressing the order of Shri Guru for the sake of pleasing one's Guru is called Guru Seva. Today the entire world, even we all here in this Sangha in Hawaii, we are chanting, we are hearing so many beautiful topics of Mahaprabhu, of Shri Radha and Krishna, and we are following Ekadashi and trying to practice Krishna consciousness. Because of one personality disobeying the order of his Guru Maharaj, this disobedience became a wonder in the whole world. When I am saying that one personality means Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Ṭhākura Prabhupada, you will be surprised what I am saying. He disobeyed the order of his Guru Maharaj, and because of that disobedience we all are chanting. How is that possible? Because his two authorities, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, instructed him, don't make disciples. Don't go out of Mayapur. Always stay in Mayapur. And the third instruction, don't establish centers. These were the three instructions given to Srila Prabhupada. Yeah? If Srila Prabhupada would have taken the words literally as it is, what would have happened to us? Never go out of Mayapur, never make disciples, and no centers. How this world would have been blessed by Krishna consciousness and get educated with the literatures of Shri Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, and understand the mood of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How would have not possible? But not literally the words, but the intent and the mood behind those words. That also have to be considered. Understand? Srila Prabhupada, he came out from Shri Dham Mayapur and established the first center in the city Calcutta. This means disobeying the order. And when he was being asked why it did so, he replied, I never go out of Mayapur. I always live in Mayapur town. Even though I travel all over India and establish 64 centers. I never make disciples. And he have hundreds of disciples. But he claimed I never made disciples. They are my Vipad Udhar Bandhu. They are my well-wishers. They are not my disciples. They are my well-wishers who came to help me in my calamity. Calamity of my mind always wanders in all directions. But because they are in front of me, they make me feel encouraged and inspired to follow the principles and to speak Harikatha to them. Srila Prabhupada is saying this. So they are not my disciples. You understand? So disobedience is actually obeying. Srila Param Gurudev also, Shri Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, when his mother was sick and she wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada, can you please send my son for few days? Because I may leave my body any moment. I want him to see. I want to see him once before I leave my body. And hearing this letter and seeing this letter, Srila Prabhupada instructed Param Gurudev, go and see your mother. She is in pain. And Param Gurudev replied, yes, I'll go. But where was he? He was hiding himself in the temple. And when Srila Prabhupada asked him, when he came to know from the brahmacharis that Vinod Bihari Brahmachari means Param Gurudev, he didn't went to see his mother. He's just here. When Srila Prabhupada asked him, why not? I told you, I instructed you to go. Then Param Gurudev replied, Prabhupada, every lifetime I got parents. It's not the first time. She's not the only one mother. I got so many mothers in every species of life. So many fathers. And how many mothers I have to lament for? But it's so rare to get your association, my spiritual master, who's here to lift me from this material world and to engage me in the service of divine couple Shri Radha Madhav. Why would I lose this opportunity? Even one moment away from you, I'm in danger. And I don't want to put myself in danger. Srila Prabhupada said, what was the danger? What is our danger about? By seeing my mother crying, she may ask me, please stay with me, my son. Get married. Your wife going to look after me. You're going to look after me. And by seeing the tears in the eyes of my mother, what if my mood get changed? So I'll be in danger if I go there. So what do you think? Srila Prabhupada, you felt offended or pleased to hear this disobeying my instruction? Agya Guru Haya Vicharniya. Disclaimer, we are not supposed to do this. Don't try at home. Don't try at home. But try to understand. As Gopa Prabhu just said, such a wonderful point. Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada said, my mercy is not in my feet. My mercy is in my lips. The instructions comes from the lips. We receive mantra from the lips of a spiritual master. The instructions, the Harikatha, everything, the mercy is here. In the tongue, not at the feet. It's a very, very detailed and very depth. There's so many details in this and in depth in this understanding. Agya Guru Haya Vicharniya. Similar example, Shri Ramanujacharya, when he received mantra from his spiritual master, he asked his spiritual master, Shail Purna, Gurudev, what is the instruction? What are the instructions you want to give me? And his Guru Maharaj replied, don't give this mantra to anyone. That's my instruction. And moment Sri Ramanacharya, very prominent Acharya in South India, prior to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, thousands of disciples, huge temples. After receiving this mantra from his Guru Maharaj, he just came out and he started calling everyone, come here, close to me, come here, and repeat after me. This is the Diksha mantra. Open initiation. And when his Guru Maharaj heard this, he became upset. Bring him, I want to speak to him. When Sri Ramanacharya came to his Guru Maharaj, he was upset. He said, I gave you an instruction not to give this mantra to anyone, and you're distributing openly like candies. You know what is the consequence of disobeying this? He said, yes, Guru Maharaj. What is the consequence? I'll go to hell. Are you not scared of going to hell? He said, no. But I also want to ask you one question. Yes, go ahead. What is the benefit and result of someone who is chanting this divine mantra? And Shri Shalpun replied, they will all go to Vaikuntha. Then he said, well, they will all go to Vaikuntha and only I will go to hell. I don't mind. I must go to hell for the sake of helping all these people who are suffering in this world. So it looked like he disobeyed the order of his Guru Maharaj, but actually he obeyed the order, understanding the moods behind that. So every disobeying is not disobeying. And why I'm saying doesn't apply to me and many, because we are always disobeying. Very rare, maybe 1% or 1.1% we are obeying. I'm obeying. Most of the time it's disobedience. But when a acharya and when a very high class devotee, when they disobey the order, it has so much significance. And that becomes the welfare of the whole society and the entire world. That's why I said, none of us would have been in Krishna consciousness if Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada would have taken the word literally as it is. Don't go out of Mayapur, don't make disciples, don't establish centers. He's the one who preached and introduced the system of centers. Prior to Srila Prabhupada, there were no centers. The preaching was there by three Prabhutrayas. Very extensive preaching. Narottam, Shravana, Srinivas Prabhu. The preaching begins from them. And after that, not very extensive preaching. But Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he introduced the system of establishing centers. And then he inspired his disciples to go to Western world and preach Krishna consciousness there and establish centers there. So in that dimension, obeying and disobeying is almost same. In our dimension, obeying is totally different from disobeying. But in that realm where they exist, because they are tuned, they are sync with that same moods of their spiritual masters. It's totally synchronized there. So in that realm, disobeying and obeying is one and the same thing. And because we know the difference, and that's why we're differentiating it. But in their status, there is no difference. So they can't differentiate there. As Srila Bhakti Thakur described in Jaiv Dharma, that in this material world, whenever we use any words, any language to describe the beauty of the spiritual world, there's always some contamination because the language of this world, the words of this world is not enough or appropriate to describe the glories and the beauty of the spiritual world. But we have no other option. We don't have any other option because we don't know the language of Vaikuntha. It's a totally different language being spoken there. But we have no other option. Whereas when we use the best and best of the words, all the words is full of contamination. Jadiya, material contaminations. Therefore for us, disobeying is very easy to relate and we understand the meaning. But in that status, it is one and the same thing. So it appears to us it's a disobedience, but actually it's obeying. When Narhari Sarkar, he instructed to Lochan Ṭhākura, go and get your wife back. By the will of Providence, everything became so favorable. So Lochan Ṭhākura, obeying the order of his Guru Maharaj, he came to that village where his wife, now grown up, but he forgot the way and no GPS. So he asked a young girl, hey Ma, oh mother, can you tell me where is that house? Some location, some whereabouts. And she said, yes, go straight, and whatever she told. And Lochan Ṭhākura, he came to that house. And then when he entered that house, he came to know that young girl to whom he addressed mother was his wife. And then he said, I can't take you back. And you're not my wife anymore. Because I addressed you as mother. Even just by saying you're my mother, that's it. I can't change. So his mood became favorable. And even she understood. And everyone else understood. She can't be accepted as wife anymore. She's mother. Just by addressing her as mother. So Lochan Ṭhākura, he came back, was very happy. And Narhari Sarkar, his Guru Maharaj, also became very happy. So in this way, always getting association of his Guru Maharaj, Shri Narhari Sarkar, Shri Lochan Ṭhākura, on the instruction of his Guru Maharaj, he wrote some pastimes of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because his Ishta, his worshipable, is Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he wrote Chaitanya Mangal. I was trying to find from Srila Gurudev book, Gaur Ganodesh Deepika, what is the Sarup of Lochan Ṭhākura, and it's not written anything about him. But the Sarup of eternal, Sarup of Shri Narhari Sarkar is Madhumati. One Sakhi of Shri Radharani called Madhumati. So I didn't find, maybe if you know, please let me know. There's no Sarup mention of Shri Lochan Ṭhākura. Most welcome if anyone knows that. If you read somewhere. So, because Narhari Sarkar, his worshipable Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the same mood came to his disciple, Shri Lochan Ṭhākura, and he wrote Chaitanya Mangal. Chaitanya Mangal by Lochan Das Ṭhākura. And at the same time, Shri Vrindavan Das Ṭhākura also wrote Chaitanya Bhagavat. And later on, Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita. Srila Gurudev and Srila Bharati Maharaj is writing, some devotees in that period, they claim that there is some tussle between Lochan Ṭhākura and Vrindavan Das Ṭhākura. Because Lochan Ṭhākura, he wrote Chaitanya Mangal. And same time, Sri Vrindavan Das Ṭhākura, he wrote Chaitanya Bhagavat. Very elaborate pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in 3 volumes. all Navdeep Leela and also Jagannath Puri Leela. So that's like overlapping or disrespecting, but that's not true. Because in Chaitanya Mangal, Shilochan Thakur glorified Vrindavan Das Thakur as Vyas. Chaitanya Leela Vyas, Vrindavan Das. The Vyasadeva who wrote Srimad Bhagavatam appeared as Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur, and he wrote Chaitanya Bhagavat, the glories of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in Chaitanya Mangal, he glorified Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur for his great work. Similarly, Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur also glorified Lochan Das Thakur in his work, Chaitanya Bhagavat too. If there would have been any so-called disagreement between them, why they would have glorified each other in their work, in their books? Why? And then Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also taking such a humble mood with, such meek and humble mood, that Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur, please don't take my offense, because I am writing Chaitanya Charitamrita. We can see in that Chaitanya Charitamrita heart-melting emotions of Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur already wrote Chaitanya Bhagavat, and later on Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita. So please, Vrindavan Das Thakur, don't take my offense. It's just whatever you left over as your remnants. I'm honoring your remnants, and I'm describing Shri Mahaprabhu's pastime with Shri Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and all those Jagannath Puri pastimes, where Mahaprabhu is relishing those moods, the Radharani moods in Gambhira, Vishwarup Damodar and Ramanand Rai. So please don't take my offense. So they are glorifying each other. But those who have external vision, they are thinking from their perspective. These three Prabhus, associates, they describe Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime. Lochan Thakur, Vrindavan Das Thakur, and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Chaitanya Mangal, Chaitanya Bhagavat, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Three Prabhus. Since we are observing Srila Gurudev's Saptaha, 7 days, 8 days, this matter also came to Srila Gurudev that there is some disagreement between his godbrothers, Srila Bhaktivedanta Ṭhākura Maharaj and Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj. Whereas this is not true. Three of them, they have so much love for each other and respect for each other. But from external vision, it may appear like that. But internally, three of them had so much love and affection and respect and regard for each other. Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj was 16 years senior to Srila Gurudev. Means he joined Param Gurudev 16 years prior to Srila Gurudev came to Param Gurudev. 16 years. And that too, he was Acharya, appointed by Param Gurudev. But how Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj was giving regard and respect to Srila Gurudev. At the time of starting this role of role-playing Acharya and giving initiation, Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, he came to Gurudev, paid obeisances to him, and he said, please bless me, I'm going to commit a sin. I'm going to commit a sin. Means to give initiation. Because I'm not qualified. So please give me strength. This is how a senior, 16 years senior, Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj giving so much regard and respect to Gurudev. And Gurudev in return was giving so much regard and respect to him. And Srila Ṭhākura Maharaj also, we have seen personally I'm witness of this. How they were giving so much respect and regard to each other. Similarly, Shri Lochan Das Thakur, renowned Das Thakur and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, they wrote their books, and in those days there was no digital press or laptops. It's not easy to write those books. It takes time. So there is giving respect and regard to each other. This shows there is complete harmony and so much respect, because three of them, they are associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So after writing Chaitanya Mangal, Shri Lochan Thakur, when they are writing these books, means they are totally absorbed. And in that absorption, of course, they are going to glorify their Ishta, their worshipable, whose remnants they are eating. If you eat someone remnants, you develop love with that person. Lochan Thakur is always hearing from his Guru Maharaj, his spiritual master Narhari Sarkar. What is hearing? The glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bhakta Pad Dhuli, Bhakta Pad Jal, Bhakta Bhukt Avishesh, Teen Sadhanar Bal. It is so difficult to perform and attain bhakti, because we are still striving with performing practices. It's so difficult to even maintain consistent chanting and remembering and hearing. So difficult. We are struggling with that. Bhakti is too far. And that's why Shri Rupa Goswami, he described in Bhakti Sami Sindhu, bhakti to be Sudurlabha. It's very rare to attain. Sudurlabha. Su means it's beautiful, like Sundar, but also very rare. How to attain that bhakti which is so rare? How to attain? Any shortcuts? Yes. We are living in this modern world with all shortcuts. Before we used to hear people saying, "Hey brother," and now we say, "Hey bro." It's a shortcut. Sisters, sis. I think maybe after 10 years, not even bro, "Hey B." It's so difficult to say complete word. Shortcuts. Everything is shortcuts. Control C. Control P. Shortcuts are there, and even on the keyboards. So any shortcut to bhakti? Yes. Bhakta Pada Dhuli, Bhakta Pada Jal, Bhakta Bhukt Avashesh. Bhakta Pada Dhuli means dust from the lotus feet of a pure devotee, which is not literally just the dust. A pure devotee is walking on the beach and you're taking, "Gurudev, I took your dust on my head," and then done. It's not just that dust. It signifies, it has so much significance. And again, Bhaktapad Jal, the water which washed the lotus feet of a pure devotee, Charnamrit. And Bhakta Bhukta Avshesh, the remnants of a pure devotee. What is the dust? Bhakta Pada Dhuli. Mahishyam Pad Rejo Vishekam Nishkinchanam Navrinattu Yavat. Srimad Bhagavatam saying. Unless one smear the dust of a pure devotee on the head, one cannot get bhakti. Hey Raugan, Mahishyam Pad Rejo Vishekam Nishkinchanam Navrinattu Yavat. Jad Bharat is saying. Not by performing austerities, not by worshipping demigods, not by reading many scriptures, or performing any penances and charities. Only with one important means. Mahishyam Padre Jobhishekam. What is the meaning of dust from the lotus feet of a pure devotee? What is the meaning? Mahivat Prabhu, what is the meaning? Smelling the dust of a pure devotee.
Hearing his Harikatha and trying to actuate the instructions which he gives.
Yes. Hearing Katha, Harikatha, and follow the instruction. So smelling the dust from the lotus feet of pure devotee means Mahajano je gatasa pantha. Correct me if I'm wrong. Following the footsteps of Mahajans, of the pure devotees. Yes, Gopal Prabhu? Any further comment on this? No, because we are just sharing, we are learning. What else we can drive the meaning from Bhaktapada Dhuli?
Only to say that Bhaktapada Dhuli means literally dust from the feet, pada. But it actually means imbibing, not just hearing, not just seeing, not just reading, but taking into one's heart the teachings. And that means that there will be some impact, some result. And that only if that impact is there, only if the street signs are saying, yes, follow this and you'll get to your destination, only if some symptoms are coming, then that's real Bhaktapada Dhuli.
Yes.
Not just theory.
Not just theory. Mahajanoje gatasa pantha. Imbibing that mood of one's Gurudev, an entire Guru Parampara. Taking it seriously to the heart. You know, last visit you said something, I took it to my heart. Since then I'm upset with you. You stopped my singing, or you corrected my singing, I took it to my heart. Seriously. That is so easy to adopt and to associate, right? Because I got hurt. You know, in 7 days, giving so much affection, pouring out heart in the form of Harikatha is not that significant as that one thing which hurt me. That is still in me. 6 months now. Just give me one example. So imbibing that mood, embracing that mood is Bhaktapada Dhuli. Not literally just the dust. Right? Amongst these three, the dust, the water which washed the feet of your devotee, and third is Bhakta Bhukt Avashesh, the remnants of a pure devotee. Which also literally doesn't mean just the leftover of prasadam eaten by Srila Gurudev or Acharya. It's not just that. Oh, he chewed the drumsticks. Oh, I got that. He chewed that drumstick and I also took this. Oh, it was full of nectar. And what happened after that? Any transformation? No, I'm the same. Any realizations? No, I'm same. So what's the benefit of the chewing that? I mean, there is a benefit, no doubt. But not too much in comparison with that. Actually, Bhakta Bhukta Avashesh. Actually the remnants of a pure devotee is Hari Katha. His instructions. So beginning with the dust from the lotus feet, the water which washed the lotus feet and the remnant, everything signifies not just the feet but the lips. The service of the lips, instructions. And Hari Katha, everything flows from here. The Ganga flows from here. Not that river Ganga, but Bhagirathi Ganga. The Hari Katha Ganga flows from the lips of a pure devotee. And what is that? Remnants. Hari Katha is in the books, in Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. But the remnants means that saliva by which it touches and comes out. The realization in the heart mixed with that the moods of a pure devotee. Just like Shuk Mukhad Amrit Dravya Samvitam Pibad Bhagavata Rasamalayam Moho Raho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavaka. Srimad Bhagavatam is a ripened fruit and best amongst the king of all the fruits. Mango. You have here in this season? Mangoes? No?
Spring.
Spring.
Later.
So mango. Srimad Bhagavatam is considered to be the king of all fruits, means mango, which was there on the branch of Narayan. And it fell from the branch of Narayan to the branch of Brahma. And from the branch of Brahma, the fruit fell from the branch of Narad. From the branch of Narad, the fruit fell to the branch of Vedvyas. And the moment that fruit, mango, fell from the branch of Vedvyas, there was a parrot sitting who touched that mango with his beak. The mango is very sweet, but the moment that that parrot touched with his beak, it became nectarian. Shuk Mukhad Amrit Dravya Samvitam Pibad Bhagavata Rasmalayam. Srimad Bhagavatam was glorious, full of nectar. But when the saliva of that parrot touched that nectar, it became more nectarian. What is the saliva of She-Shuk? She-parrot. She-Shuk means she-parrot. The parrot of Radharani. And there is Tadatme, oneness with Radharani, which has been seen in so many verses in Srimad Bhagavatam, is partial, speaking about the glories of Radharani over the other gopis. The partiality is clearly be seen in the verses, by which it is understood he is actually Sri Shuka, is parrot of Radharani. He is speaking on behalf of Sri Radharani and he is speaking the glories of Radharani, crossing over all other gopis. That is Amrit. That is his realization. That is his mood. Shuk Mukhad Amrit Dravya Pibad Bhagavad Rasmalayam. And those who are drinking this nectar, following the Shuk Parampara. There is two Paramparas. Vyas Parampara and Shuk Parampara. Vyasadeva is Shaktavesh avatar. He is again Vishay Vigraha in one sense. But Shukdev Goswami is also Shaktavesh, but is Ashya Vigraha. Vishay Vigraha means object of worship, and Ashya Vigraha means subject of worship. Is Ashya Vigraha. Srila Gurudev said, even though Vyasadeva gave so many instructions, but from whom he received all those instructions and mercy and compassion? Again, from Ashya Vigraha Shri Naraji. So in every sense, Ashya Vigraha, subject of worship, is plus. It's more than Vishay Vigraha. Shri Vyasadeva, he read all the Vedas, right? Not read, he wrote the Vedas. And Upanishad and Puranas and Brahma Sutra and Mahabharata, everything. Already aware of everything. What was left? Bhakt Bhukt Avashesh. The remnants from Naraji. That was the missing link. And moment Shri Vyasadeva got that missing link fixed, synchronized with Srila Narad moods, then Shri Vyasadeva sat in meditation. Bhakti yogena manasi samyak pratapya male apashya purusham purnam mayanstat padashrayam yaya samohita jiva atmatrigunatmakam anarthapasham sakshat bhakti yo madokshaje yasya vishnumayanam krishna param purushe bhakti rupatti pumsam shok mo bhayapaya. After hearing from Shri Narad Then Vyasadeva actually understood the meaning of the Vedas and the essence of the Vedas in Srimad Bhagavatam. Then actually you may catch my shirt and say, how dare you can say this? What is the evidence? Sorry, I'm not the evidence. Shiva is the evidence. Shiva is the authority to say this. Because Shiva said, Aham vetmi, Shuk vetmi, Vyasna vetina vetiva. I know the purport of Bhagavatam. Shuk knows the purport of Bhagavatam. Vyas knows or don't know, I'm not sure, I can't say. One who wrote Vedas, he don't know the essence of Vedas. Shiva said, don't ask me. Maybe, maybe not. I'm doubtful. But I'm pretty sure about Shuka. And I'm very much sure about myself. I know the purport of Bhagavatam. Shuk knows the purport of Bhagavatam. Why? Because this is Ashya Vigraha line. This is how Gurudev used to give the essence in his beautiful words. This is called remnants. Not just literally chewed drumsticks. Chewing the Shastras. And when Harikatha flows from their mouth with all those realizations and churning of the oceans, that is Guru Mukhat Amrita Samyutam. Shuk Mukhat Amritam. And in one lecture, Srila Gurudev said, all those pure devotees who are preaching Bhagavad Dharma, they are Shuk line. They are in the lineage of Shukdev Goswami. There's so much significance here. Guru Mukhad Amrita Samyutam Pibat Bhagavad Rasmalayam. The essence of the Vedas emanated from the lotus lips of Srila Gurudev, is full of nectar. What is a nectar? Oh, because your Harikatha pleased me, it became nectar. You know, in Bajar festival, Gurudev is speaking about Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, then turning, he's staring to Gopi Bhav and Radharani's moods. Wow, Gurudev, your lecture is nectarian. How you know it's nectarian? Because it's pleased to my heart, soothing to my heart. And when Gurudev comes to the point, Tato dusangam ussijyat satsu sajet buddhiman sant eva chendanti mano vyaksapan uktavi. The sadhu is carrying sword in his mouth, not in his hands. Sword of cutting the knots of the heart, that Harikatha which hurts. To cutting the knots which I'm not able to open and it's so difficult to cut. It's a very strong knot. But after hearing Srila Gurudev speaking on that, must do bhajan. If you're not chanting 60 rounds, your life is waste. If you're not chanting the mantras, you're offender. If you're not serving Guru, what is the purpose of your life? You have an animal life. Gurudev, today your katha is not nectarian. There is no amrit. There is no amrit in that. It's full of poison. Tato dusangam usijyat. That harsh words which goes and cut the knot of the heart is a very powerful nectar which counteracting that poison which we are already holding in our heart. So in either way, this is Shuk Mukhat Amrit. This is nectar. It's my problem and it's my disease condition. As is my jaundice, I'm not taking sugar candy as sweet because I'm afflicted with jaundice. Sugar candy is sweet. My colleague, my friend, tasting and saying it's so sweet. No, I have a jaundice. For me, sugar candy is appearing as bitter because you have jaundice. What to do? Keep on eating sugar candy. Keep on eating, that's the only cure. And after a while, the sugar candy start appearing as sweet. So it's not that when Gurudev is speaking Radha Tattva, Rasa Leela, is very nectarian, and the moment he comes to Updeshamrit, the nectar of instruction, which is nectar, full of instruction, and he's hammering, then it's not Hari Katha, it's not sweet. No, everything is sweet. Shukdev Goswami in Bhagavatam is not only describing 10th canto and Ras Leela, is also describing other cantos. And he's chastising Parikshit Maharaj on the pretext of Parikshit Maharaj to all of us. Many other instructions, but oh yes, what I feel good, I just take that. This is the problem. Shuk Mukhat Amrit Dravya Samitam. Shri Shukdev Goswami, Shiva Mahadev saying, Vyas knows or don't know, I can't say. But I'm pretty sure, 100% sure, Shuk knows. And I know this. So this is Vyas Parampara and there is Shuk Parampara. Gurudev said, we are in Shuk Parampara. We are in Shuk Parampara, means Shukdev Goswami Parampara. So the moment that Shuk touched that mango, it became nectarian. The Srimad Bhagavatam. Similarly, Chaitanya Leela is full of nectar. Shri Kaviraj Goswami is describing that nectar. Chaitanya Charita Mrit, Amrit, nectar. But Shri Lochan Das Ṭhākura, after composing Chaitanya Mangal, he felt I offended Nityananda Prabhu because my Ishta, my worshipable is Mahaprabhu, and I have not described anything about Nityananda Prabhu. I did offense because without sanction of Nityananda Prabhu, I cannot get mercy or along with Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After realizing this, he didn't wrote much about Nityananda Prabhu in Chaitanya Mangal, but after realizing this, he started composing his songs. And we see Nitai Go Namani Amar, Nitai Go Namani, all these bhajans. Parama Karuna Pahudui Jana Nitai Gaura Chanda. So he started including Nityananda Prabhu in that. What is showing? If sometime we realize we offended someone, how to counteract that offense? How? Start praising that person. Simple formula, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Ante Leela. Mahaprabhu toured to South India. He came across one Brahmin, very simple heart, the height of simplicity. He came to Mahaprabhu and said, Oh Mahaprabhu, shall I tell you something? I offended one Vaishnava. I always criticize one Vaishnava. Now I am lamenting and repenting. Please give me a remedy. What shall I do? Seeing his simplicity. Simplicity means pure heart. He just opened up. Mahaprabhu, I offended one Vaishnava because I used to criticize. What is my remedy? Mahaprabhu said, start glorifying him. The same tongue and mouth you used to criticize, engage that in glorification. That's so simple. No need to perform austerities and hard time, just glorify Him. Recently I come across one devotee. She said, "Can I open up my heart?" I said, "Please." She said, "I feel jealous. When I see some other devotees, even young ones, they sing so nice, they play mridanga, they're very fluent in speaking Hari Katha. I always feel jealous about them. What can I do?" I said, "You are so pure heart. It's the symptom of simplicity and purity. Because we all, sometimes we have jealousy, but we don't say this. And you're coming up with this. This shows you're so pure in your heart." I said, "You have courage to speak in front of everyone?" She said, "Of course." She stood up in the class in front of 125 devotees. And she said openly, "When I see these young ones singing and dancing and playing mridanga and speaking Hari Katha, I feel jealous from them." So much courage. I clapped for her. I said, "You are so simple and you're pure in your heart." Because I don't have that courage. Because when Gopa Prabhu speak Hari Katha, I really feel jealous. Because I don't know that many Shastras as he knows. And then why he is so senior to me. And he associated with Srila Prabhupada, served him, whereas I was only 5 years old when he left this planet. So I feel jealous. But I can't open up. I'm holding in my heart. Just one example. Not serious. But I clapped for her. And everybody there clapped for her. For opening up such thing which you holding in your heart. And after that she said in the audience, she said, "I'm so relieved. My all burden is gone. There was a burden in my heart, it's gone. I want to praise them. Those who sing good, those who speak good. I'm not in that capacity, but I should learn from them. Maybe God has given me some other qualities to serve Him. Why have to put in that frame to get recognition? That's the only point. Why have to put myself in that frame?" So it's that simple. Shilochan Ṭhākura start glorifying Shri Nityananda Prabhu in so many songs. And later on he's signing those songs. Lochan bole mor nitai jevana shuni jevana bhajilo. Then Lochan bole mora nitai jevana bhajilo. Janiya shuniya se atmaghati hailo. This is the mood of repentance. I forgot to glorify Nityan Prabhu in my composition in Chaitanya Mangal. And now what he's writing? Mora Nitai. Lochan bole mora nitai. He's showing his possessiveness. Nityan Prabhu is mine. Nityan Prabhu is mine. Mora nitai jevana bhajilo. I'm saying this. One who is not worshipping my Nityanand Prabhu, Janiya Shuniya, Atmaghati hoil. What is that meaning? Intentionally is committing suicide. Intentionally is committing suicide. Lochan Ṭhākura is saying this. And also a beautiful bhajan Hindu was singing. Padiyaro hilo lochan apanara doshe apanara doshe toda ke jabe re भव सिंधु पारा। अजि धन्या कली जुगे राचे तन्याय Chaitanya Avatara. Glorifying Mahaprabhu. And in the last he is saying, Lochan, Padya Rahilo Lochan Apanara Doshi. Sab Jiva Hoilo Par Premera Vatasi. Oh, I'm seeing many got delivered with this beautiful breeze of Prem touched them. But only I am the one, unfortunate one, unlucky one, got bereft of this special mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Vanchitosmi, vanchitosmi, vanchitosmi na sanshaya, Vishnu gaur rase magna, sparshapi na tad bhave. I am bereft. I got bereft. When Mahaprabhu was distributing this prema, I was just watching this. I'm just looking. Whereas I didn't take much advantage of this Gaura Ras, the Mela of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'm bereft. So Lochan Ṭhākura is teaching us, Padya Rahilo Lochan Apanara Doshi. With my own faults and my incapacities of taking Krishna consciousness so seriously. Therefore, it's a lesson to us, as given by Lochan Ṭhākura. We should also pray this. Padya Rahilo Lochan Apanara Doshe. Even I'm bereft. Gurudev came in our life and he gave so much nectar. Hari Katha, instructions, memories, reciprocations, mantras, encouragement, inspirations, everything. But I didn't take that seriously. And instead of rising in bhakti, I'm falling in bhakti. Instead of rising, I'm falling. So what to do then? After realizing this? Cry and pray to Him. Give me strength. Strength of what? Your remnants. Bhakt bhukt avashesh. I want to honor your remnants. I want to imbibe your moods. I need a special strength for that. So therefore I am begging for that special strength. In this week, remembering and glorifying Srila Gurudev with the intent of getting strength from him to follow what he is saying, not to serve his feet, of course to massage his feet and serve his feet, but actually to serve his remnants, which is that Hari Katha, which he gave free to everyone, irrespective of one is qualified or not qualified. Srila Gurudev ki, Sri Lochan Das Ṭhākura ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. See, I'm punctual. Hare Krishna. So we're going to have Arati now, and after that Mahaprasad.
श्रीपद भक्तिवेदांत सिद्धांत महाराज की जय।